Hey, this is Cardell, and today's topic is Launchbox. So, if you caught the live streams in the last little while, we did the camera rig setup, which is up there, right? And then we did the arcade cabinet, which is over there. And we did a motherboard swap on it because the power has fried the old one. Got that switched over to the point where we could install the operating system. And I have done that, and I've spent the last, 4 days making sure that all the software is running again, everything is working smoothly, and we're ready to go into some of the in-depth details of Launchbox. So, the main reason why I wanted an arcade cabinet is to play some of these old Laserdisc games that you can't find anymore. They're really hard to find. So games like the original Dragon's Lair, there's the Time Traveler, which is the other big one, Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace is another cool one. And I think what we'll do, let's log into the old machine, and we'll do this one. And what you'll see is on my Laserdisc screen, I have 8 games installed right now. Tron is a fan-based, but these other ones are actual real games. And so what happens is I was originally running 2 emulators, and I was constantly having problems with the keybinds and trying to not have to use the keyboard to play. They did work, but the buttons were not always the same, and it was very frustrating. So I today basically redid the entire setup. So we're going to show you what Singe does. So this is Singe 2. And this is the controls.cfg that you're supposed to copy and rename. And it didn't matter what I renamed these to. I could blank them out. I could assign them swap to. They didn't save. It would not keep the changes in this folder. I have copied it to all the folders, and it just didn't want to work. So I just left it there, and I got Hypsius. So Daphne Singe is the original. This is the first version of Singe, which is a rewrite of the Daphne emulator. And that actually runs Badlands, Dragon's Lair, the original one, and Space Ace. So those 3 are running on that. If I can find a version for Hypsius, I will probably replace them. But for now, they are running fine, just a little slow to start. Now, Hypsius actually has an input that likes to know, what the defaults are, and it actually acknowledges that you've changed these. So rather than change them, I know what they are now, right? And so what I did is I took the key to joy that I was using or joy to key rather, for the original emulator, and I have created profiles that change depending if this Hypsius is used or if Daphne.exe is used. So depending on which one is running, Joy to Key has 2 profiles. One of them is Hypsius, which is not spelled right, and the other is Laserdisc. So now these 2 profiles automatically switch whenever I run a game, and they each have the keys assigned to them, whatever is in the game. Okay? And they're different between the 2 emulators, and that's why I wanted this. And the other catch is I don't need this for arcade or PlayStation games or the pinball. I have gamepads, MAME, and Atari games and all that stuff. They can all have assignments set inside the emulator to joystick keys. So I didn't need this outside of that. So I needed to be able to exit this. So what I did, and we'll just show you the Hypsius one here. So we'll go into the Time Traveler. And there's a keyword in here. I'll make this bigger for you. So there's a keyword in batch files, which basically, instead of, normally what happens when you just type commands and it just goes line by line, it waits until the previous one is done before it does the next one. However, if you put start in front, it will run this and immediately run the next line. It will just skip it. It'll run this and assume that it's executed, and then this is done. Okay. So I've done that to the Joy to Key. So this runs first, starts up, and right now it's being in the foreground, and I put a delay in here, which is what this ping is. It's just pinging 3 times, localhost, and it's a cheap way of doing a delay, a 3-second delay. And that's just so that sometimes it likes to load late, but after the engine loads before Joy to Key for whatever reason, and Joy to Key gets focus and it's on top. So I've adjusted this. It was 2 originally, and I've set it to 3, and it seems to be working better. But if it still happens, I'll have to set it to 4. But anyways, after the delay, it runs the game, and then because there's no start here, once this is finished, it executes the task kill, which kills the Joy to Key executable that's running. Wherever it is, it destroys it, stops it from running, and then the exit just closes the command prompt window that's loaded when this runs. So I will show you what this looks like. We'll run Time Traveler. So there's the command prompt, and there's Joy to Key, and then it pops up the game, right? And we will do escape, and then it closes. So that's the way that I got to work. Now, the Daphne Singe is basically identical. It just doesn't have the delays in there. It's a really slow starting emulator. So it just has that and the full screen thing and then the task kill. That's all that's in there. I don't even have the exit in here. So yeah, and it works fine. So that is essentially the batch file setup for the Laserdisc games, and it works flawlessly. Like, I have not had any problems so far. The only tweaking I've had to do is maybe that delay for Hypsea, because it's a lot faster to run and exit. Like, for example, if I do, so this is running Daphne Singe. So this is how long it takes to load up the game. This is real time. It's actually still thinking. And then it does that. Okay. And then we're going to do exit. Wait. And it finally closes. Okay, here's the Dragon's Lair TV. And it's already running. And this is their little preview video they put at the start of the game. So it's already running, and if I press escape, it's immediately gone. So Hypsea seems to be way more efficient for time and executing like inputs and closing and opening stuff. So I like it a lot more. The Daphne one, even the Daphne Singe one, is a little sketchy. It's very slow. So that's why I'm saying if I can find these 3 games, I will probably upgrade them to Hypsea's. But anyways, I hope that helps. There's a link in the description to the Launchbox forums thread that I made that has the basically a step-by-step on it with the code snippets so you can copy and paste. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it. Share it with your friends if they're having problems with it. And hopefully it'll help someone out. Thanks for watching.